Hey everyone, I was inspired to hop on and share some thoughts with you. I was prompted to do this for a number of reasons. One specifically being an interaction that I had today. And before I begin in sharing some of these thoughts, sharing some of these seeds, I want to go ahead and say that by sharing this, I'm not trying to judge or make someone a lesson necessarily, because this is a teaching that I've carried with me for some time, but I just haven't had yet the promptings or the urge to do a video about it necessarily. So take that for what it is, please. But yeah, so I want to talk about our intentions when we step into a type of ritual or working with energy or working with magic. And it's important to pay attention to where your spiritual focus lies and what might be fueling it. So what your intention is, what is supporting your intention. You know, what is that underlying current that is running through you that is expressing itself in the desire to do something? So for instance, if you're really focused on different types of protection rituals or ways to protect yourself energetically, consider before you step into the working what you're protecting yourself from. Because when you engage in that type of work and you don't have that awareness of self plugged in and integrated, then, as the saying goes, be careful what you wish for, because you might just end up magnifying those unintegrated parts of self, and they may be mirrored to you through interactions, through your surroundings, through happenings in your daily life, or it may be just those feelings within you come up to the surface on their own, you know. But there's going to be something that working that's actually going to trigger and amplify that energy for you in order for you to deal with it. And so this goes back to the whole, you know, being deceived into looking outside of yourself as opposed to going within. So what an unintegrated part of you are you rushing to protect? You know, it's because it's self-preservation. You know, that's part of understanding the ego, understanding the unintegrated shadow. It's going to fight for self-preservation in whatever form it can. And so it can also do so in terms of abundance. You know, have you agreed to habits that give away your power? Are you giving into a belief that you cannot lift yourself up, you know, that you cannot make better choices, or you're disempowered to the point where you have no choice and cannot make any actions that actually end up improving your situation, you know? Because one thing that I've always, even before I really stepped into this work, always kind of had an awareness of and kind of a distaste to is people using spirituality or magic or ritual as a crutch. You know, this is stuff that is supposed to empower us and help us invoke and align with our divine selves, and allow us to rise up and be with the angels, with the gods, with the creator, with the, you know, with the God source. It's something that's supposed to uplift us and help us further align and become that own resource within. So is there part of you that you unconsciously agreed to that allows you to be prey, be a target, be a victim? Explore that. Everything we fear starts within us, and whatever terms that we agreed to, whatever beliefs that we hold and still carry with us, the very chains that bind us. So, you know, like I said, beliefs create lifestyles. And, you know, unfortunately that we've agreed to, you know, as we're raised, we agree to a lot of things unconsciously, even now, you know, even when we watch TV, you know, we listen to something unconsciously, you know, like we can enjoy stuff for entertainment, but understand what the word entertain means, you know. But understand that there's always some type of signal or noise being broadcast your way. And so the main part of it is discernment. And engaging in this type of work really involves a balance. So it's like there's still work you have to do here in the physical in order to account for that energetic shift that you're creating by, working with energies. Because when you engage in ritual, magic, or energetic work, you are throwing up and magnifying an intention. And so with that, you're magnifying whatever is supporting that, whatever structure that is rooted in. And so there isn't a shortcut, but you do save resources when you do that inner work before turning to magic of any kind. So magic and ritual and this work in general can disempower you as much as any other person can. It's consciousness first. It's awareness. That's really awareness. That's one of the things that's at the heart of it. Outside of love, next to love is consciousness, is understanding, is wisdom, is knowing. So it's like peel back those layers, review those contracts, use your discernment as it leads to true empowerment. So just some things to consider. And if you'd like to explore that with me, then let's do that. So yeah, just some little snackies, just some little food for thought, little snacks, little nibbles. Yeah, and if there's any way that I can support you, book a session with me. I've created a system to where it's like we can do sliding scale, we can do donation-based services, pay what you can, but I want you to show up for the work and be prepared for whatever comes up with it. Because, I'm here to be the springboard, but if you sprain your ankle on the way back down, I'm not held accountable for that. I can only guide you through things. I can't do them for you. So, with everything that I present to you, I want you to explore it. I want you to not just simply take it at face value. I want you to experience it. Because I find that experience, and everyone tells you, experience is the greatest teacher. And so I'm just here facilitating a space and sharing information that helps facilitate that experience, that helps, initiate that learning. So yeah. All right, I will talk to you all soon. I have some stuff to write. I got a lecture this Sunday with Modern Mystic Sunday School. It'll be held virtually on Zoom this Sunday at 11 Eastern. So please, tune in, join me, grab a cup of coffee, grab some tea, take some notes. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's called From Finite to Infinite Being. And I'm still working through, I'm still transmitting messages, writing them down, and it's a matter of just making them sync up chronologically, so to speak, because I just get bits and pieces of information at any given point in time. And then what else do we have for you? So, and then resource points this Wednesday evening, so tomorrow evening. Join us virtually for that. Links are in my bio to both of those things, and weekly horoscopes will be back too. So I'm very excited to share those. Been doing a lot of messages have been coming my way, so I'm just working on figuring out when the best time is to share them and in what format. So thank you all for joining me in this adventure and this progression, and I'll talk to you all soon. Be on the lookout. I'll be sharing some interesting light codes, so symbols that came to me today for us to work with and share our experiences around. So if you want to follow along for that, just make sure that you're staying up to date on my Instagram, as I'll be sharing them there. And probably once they're all out, I'll make them a blog post on my website so you can access them anytime. And that's it. Okay, cool. Well, have a great one. Remember, all the work starts here. Everything that is outside of us, we also encompass and or embrace. And it's a matter of acceptance, awareness, and integration that switches that encompassing into that what you encompass into an embrace. So also love. But anyways, enough. I will let you all go. Have a lovely evening.